Hello, beautiful. How are you? I hope you're doing great. You're freaking awesome. If nobody has told you that today, then I told you that today. Hey guys, my name is Miranda and welcome to my universe. I'm super stoked for today's video because I am going to be doing my 500 subscriber Q&A. So in order to properly thank you guys for all of your incredible support and the fact that you have literally stuck this whole entire journey out with me, I decided to ask you guys to ask me questions in 2 of my videos that I have posted in the past. And so you guys gave me questions and today I'm going to be answering them for you. Let's just hop straight on in. I have my trusty laptop with me. Let's get her done. Some of these are like very specific book questions and then others of these are just about my life, which I'm glad because I wanted that good mix, so thank y'all. All right, so let's start it off simple. The first question, can you tell me what your age is and which country you're from? I am 19 and I am from the United States of America. What is the scariest book you have ever read? Under the Dome by Stephen King. Literally none of his other books compare to this one. On fear factor, anyways. Even it doesn't even come close to Under the Dome. Like, Under the Dome is so terrifying. That book haunts me to this very day. I think about that book all the time. Like, just what it talks about and what it covers, it just really opened my eyes to humanity and how we really respond to certain situations and the means that we would take in order to survive. It's just, that book is terrifying. What do you read first, original books or TV/movie adaptations, and why? So I 90% of the time read the book first, because if I read the book, that will then encourage me to watch the TV show or the movie. But if I watch the movie and the TV show first, that will actually discourage me from reading the book. If I do end up watching the movie, that usually means that I have 0 interest in reading the book as well. So yes, book first always. If you can recommend one book that isn't a series, what would it be? You can already tell that I'm going to talk a lot about Stephen King in this video, so I'm so sorry. But The Institute is one of my favorite books by Stephen King. One of my favorite books I've ever read ever. The Institute is just so incredible. But I know a lot of people who really don't like Stephen King and don't want to read any of his books. So I'll give you another recommendation, and that is Ready Player One by Ernest Klein. This is a book that I really think can fit into so many different genres, and I think that there is something in it for every single person. You can always find something that you love about this book. It's a sci-fi action. There's also a movie, and the movie is really good too. So I'm just saying that book's an excellent book as well. Do you have any social media I can follow you on? So I don't have any social media that is out for the public. All of my social medias are personal, but I am thinking about making an Instagram for my Booktube account and just talking about books on it. So perhaps one day. Do you have a friend that does Booktube, and who's your favorite Booktuber? I actually do have a lot of friends that have YouTube channels. It's just that they don't talk about books. So I wish, that would be so cool. As for my favorite Booktuber, I have to say Jesse the Reader. He's one of the OG Booktubers. Like, he was here since the beginning and his editing is incredible. He is so dedicated to what he does. I don't know. I just look up to him a lot, and I think that he has changed a lot of the Booktube world for the better. So he's really cool. I'll link his channel down below for you. If you could spend a day in a book character's world, what world would you choose? This one is 100% Narnia. 100% Narnia. No other world, like literally no other world. If I went to Narnia, I would spend literally my entire life just exploring everything and going on a voyage. I want to go on the Dawn Treader and sail to the ends of the world, and I want to discover all of the islands. I would just have so much fun in Narnia. Who's your favorite band or singer? Do you play any instruments? So my taste in music is kind of all over the place. I love literally anything. Like, if I'm in a hype mood, then I'll listen to, you know, John Bellion, The Score, One Republic. If I want some rap up in here, I'll listen to Andy Mineo, Social Club Misfits, NF. But if I'm in a more sad kind of mood, then I'll listen to Jeremy Zucker, Shalou. There's one other person, Quinn. We mustn't forget him, the legend himself. But if I'm in a worshipful kind of mood, then I'll listen to Hillsong worship, SEU worship, Elevation worship, the whole shebang. As for the second part of this question, I do play an instrument. Right now, I know the ukulele. I used to be able to play the piano and the violin, but sadly, I stopped quite a few years ago. I also can sing. I know that some people consider their voices as instruments and then other people don't, but I consider it an instrument, so. I started reading Stephen King with Pet Sematary and The Shining, but do you have any suggestions? I think this is kind of cool because I started with Pet Sematary. I ended up hating it. Pet Sematary is my least favorite Stephen King book. I don't know if that's just because it was my first Stephen King book or like what happened there, but I really don't like Pet Sematary. Besides The Institute, because I already talked about that, I would also recommend Duma Key. That one is so insane, and it's a really light read also. It's not super deep. Definitely that one as well. I also really like It. I know that it is really intimidating, and it is such a thick book. It is over 1,000 pages, but that book, like, that's just a classic. A ton of people know references to it, and I really enjoyed it. Do you remember the book/series that got you into reading? I'm not gonna be like everybody else who says Harry Potter, because even though Harry Potter, I read that when I was 16, so it did definitely start my love for reading back up again, but I actually have to say that The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare did that for me. My entire life, I've really liked reading. It's just that in junior high and early high school, I really wasn't reading a lot. But I remember the day I went to Goodwill and I saw The Clockwork Angel. I ended up buying it and reading it, and I completely fell in love with books after that series. Yes, definitely Cassandra Clare's books, all of the Shadowhunter books. They just hold a very special place in my heart. I really love them. All right, and then the last question comes from Ty Miller, my dude. Thank you. At the very end of his comment, he asks, I'm curious to what other hobbies you are into. Anything outside of the realm of books that interests you or that you would like to do. So besides reading, I really like writing. Whether it is poetry or actual stories or short stories, I just really like writing. I also really like drawing and painting and calligraphy, and I'm a huge adrenaline junkie also, so I love traveling and adventure, roller coasters, amusement parks, the whole shebang. I would love to go skydiving, and I want to go in a hot air balloon, and there's a lot. School-wise, I don't know if you wanted to know any of this, but school-wise, I am studying biology right now, and I want to become a forensic scientist. So there is that. Right, and with all that being said, that is my 500 subscriber Q&A. Thank you to everybody who asked questions, and thank you for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Please be safe, make good choices, and I will definitely see you next week. Bye!